Yeah. You know, hey man, we back part 2, man. You know, Esau's a sucker, man. You know, this Esau's a whole ass nigga. But it's okay. You know, we understand. You know, you're not only that's why, you know, I like football, man. Jalen Ramsey. That nigga get under everybody's skin. You know? And then he make niggas don't play to their potential. And that's what Esau mad at. Esau mad that we under his skin, man. It's like, you know, he did that to AJ Green. Remember he slammed them all up? Well, he just did it to AJ Brown too. You know, you popping so much shit during the game, you all in somebody's head. They get frustrated. They start doing shit they usually don't fucking do.
They get out of character.
They get out of character.
Because Esau observed, you know, Esau's an observer. You know, he's taking notes and stuff. He just cut the
video.
Like, fuck this, we can't take
no.
He's about to bring out the scriptures.
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
man.
But the kid, Esau's like a big fucking kid. Like the kid that don't get his fucking way. You know, you take the toy from him, or you can't get dessert, or you can't get candy. You didn't eat your food. You know? Kid, no temper tantrums. But see, in Jake's household, that pow. You get pow. You know? But see, that's where Esau, he lacks that discipline, because nobody ever gave him that pow. You know? That nobody ever beat his ass. See, that's what's coming to Esau Edom. What's coming to Esau Edom, he knows is an ass beating.
Stripes. Man.
Stripes, that's right. You know, by Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua and the holy host, the angels of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. All those chariots, like your brother, all those chariots that you seeing, this nigga's terrified.
Yeah, you're gonna get double.
Yeah.
It says render unto her double, man.
Yeah.
And see, all you Edomites and 2/3 of our people, you're gonna be partakers in the judgment that's coming.
Right.
And this judgment's gonna be the greatest judgment in the history of the world.
Well, you mentioned it, they drink of the cup.
Yeah, drink
everybody,
of the cup,
because that's what happens. That's like, well, I'll say it. It's spiritual. You know, that's what the significance of the Passover is. The significance of the Passover, or the significance of even the Sabbath service, because it's the same thing, right? What happens is that what happens? What do? We sit there, we drink this wine. This is my blood. We're asking for the partaking of the body of Yahweh Shai, and it encompasses salvation. It encompasses wisdom and knowledge and understanding. That's what we're doing when you keep the Passover, when you keeping the Sabbath services. You know, that's what you're doing. You're sharing the cup. All you niggas, you shared the cup with Esau. I started going to the Charlemagne. All you niggas that shared the cup with this devil. You sat down. You broke bread. All right, you broke bread with the devil. You gonna have to pay with this devil, man.
You made a drink offering.
Yeah.
Yep. You made a drink offering. You not only to them, to their gods, to their agenda that they're pushing. You know.
Yeah.
And their agenda is to destroy our people, you know, and you're partaking, you're setting up a table so that that troop can eat. You know how many Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans on this low frequency are going to die because of what you do? I'm talking about you leaders. Even in the cosmos of Israel, the world of Israel, you have men that don't teach the true doctrine of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
The worst niggas.
Blood is on your hands, man.
Yeah.
You know?
A lot of blood.
A lot of blood, man. Yeah, so we kind of there.
It's okay.
Now I got this scripture right here in Deuteronomy 33:29. It says, "Happy art thou, O Israel, who is like unto thee, O people saved by the Lord, the shield of thy help, and who is the shield of thy excellency, and thy enemies shall be found liars unto thee, and thou shalt tread upon their high places." But the scripture says a lot, because it says, with the Lord, or people saved by the Lord. Okay, that's Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, no other nation. The Lord ain't dealing with no other nations, man. And then it says the shield of thy help. Yeah, the Lord is our protector. He always protect Israel, man. You know, King David is a living testament to that, man. And it says, who is the sword of thy excellency, and thy enemies shall be found liars. Okay, you little hats. All right, y'all gonna be found liars, man. And we're ultimately happy. And the thing about it, when you work on a job site, and you're amongst Jake, you try to get through the day, and you're happy. The management don't like that. You might find an efficient way to get the job done so you can chill or something. The management, they want you to keep on working, you know. They don't like that, and they change policy and stuff like that. That's you Edomites, man.
Yeah, you gotta pay. You want you don't want no dimes wasted. You know what I'm saying? You want your money to work for itself.
Yep.
You know, and that happens with Esau Edom what he does. You know, when like you said, Jake found an efficient way to work. They're like, nah.
Yeah.
Or that's
You
what
gotta
happened.
have your employees miserable, man.
Yeah, but that's what happened too. What happened with in Egypt? That proves that this is Egypt as well. Because what did they do? They kept back to straw in order for them to make the brick.
Yeah.
So it made the process of brick making a lot harder. So what did it do? It gave Jake more work, but they're using but it was the same wages.
Man, that's what you're doing with this inflation and this funny money, man. Printing all of this money, putting it into the system, man. All right, you're gonna make it ultimately harder for people, man. You know, you're gonna have to work harder for less, smaller portions of food and all of that for more prices, man.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. It's happening. I got something real quick. This is Isaiah chapter 13, right? In verse 15. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword.
Yep.
So everybody that's tagged along with Esau, Edom, whatever nation, because that's what we was talking about that earlier as well.
Yep.
Psalms 83. This is it. Esau do some fuck shit, whatever. They just go harder. So long story short, you individuals out there, all right, what we were going into, these other nations, going back to Psalms 83, all you other nations, and you Jakes, you boule up the butt, booty hole nigga Jakes, all right. You're the ones that's gonna be found because a lot of our people, you Israelites, and you heard the prophets, you heard about the word of the Lord. But the scripture tell you, it says, woe unto them that cover with the covering, but not of my spirit.
Yeah.
Right? That's that's 30. Yeah. Isaiah 30.
I got a quick one real quick. This
Come.
is Proverbs 11 and 21. It says, though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. So you join in hand with Esau, Edom, that's not going to stop his punishment and his judgment, man.
Yeah. Yeah, this is it right here. Isaiah 30 and 1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel. Right? You took counsel. You see? And some of you were taking counsel, trying to say that you taking counsel with Yahweh Shai. That don't make sense. You call yourself one body in Yahweh Shai, but then you say the weight on Yahweh Shai don't make no what? That's madness, which is still spiritual. You gotta play your part.
Yeah,
You fulfilling because I see why you saying what you're saying, but it makes a more greater understanding on our behalf as well. Because of course the body, we're waiting for the day of resurrection, the regeneration. So of course the body of Yahweh Shai is waiting for the return of him returning, of that same entity coming on earth. So the body of Yahweh Shai, of course, is waiting, because the body of Yahweh Shai is waiting for the regeneration. All right, that's why Yahweh Shai said, "Ye that follow me, what in the regeneration?" All right, the resurrection. What's the regeneration? When he comes back, when that marriage happens again. Okay, and a part of that marriage is happening already. All right, and what does it go back to? It goes back to what? Exposing who the devil is. That's just, of course you're gonna get on Jake. That's Jake nature. Jake nature's to get on Jake, which in I still like. I think, that's one of the main things that we got, because we do this for the flock. We gotta, we gotta warn when the hireling, the hireling, Salakia,
we identify the hirelings.
And I was thinking a heretic at the same, we gotta warn about the heretics too, though. The scriptures talk about convince the gainsayer. Why? That's the duty of elder men, to convince the gainsayer. Why? Because the gainsayer is trying to manipulate the flock. That's what Paul was doing in his letters. He was writing saying, no, don't listen to them. That's a bunch of bull. Even though these individuals call themselves Israelites. So we know who you guys are. Satan, essentially. You're Satan. It's Satan.
I got a precept real quick.
Con.
This is Psalm 92.
Because you're in bed with Satan.
Psalm 92 and 7, it says, when the wicked spring as the grass, and when all the workers of iniquity do flourish, it is that they shall be destroyed forever.
Yeah, but the good, see the thing about you Jakes though, see the spirit's on you Jakes right now. All right, because you're like his main fucking covering cast, if you will. Why do our people believe that there's some fucking hope in this devil? Is because of you niggas. See, that's the key of unveiling and revealing who Esau is. Get the nigga. Get the nigga. You know, you gotta get the house nigga. All right, you gotta get that Uncle Tomahawk, Uncle Thomas nigga up out of there. Once you move that nigga out of the way, then it's easy to unveil who the devil is. You see? Because they know our people are the chosen. All right? And so that you know what, that's spiritual too. If you really want to talk about out of all the Israelite camps, who's the main ones that get on Esau, Edom? It's us. Who's the main ones that get on Jake? It's us. The nigga woman included. When we say Jake, all the women included. You see? Why? Because this is all the layers of what this devil had put in place. You know? This is his tree that he planted, he's rooted it, he's watered it, he put it in a good place and can get sunlight. His doctrine can flourish. We're living in the tree of knowledge of good and evil. We're living amongst that. All right? But the elect is fully focused on the right hand of it. Okay? Yeah. I'll keep going. It says, woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with the covering, but not of my spirit.
Because this is the same chapter that says, because ye trust in oppression and stay there for it. When you read down, I think.
Con, I'll jump down. Yeah. Con. It says, but not of my spirit, that they, may add sin to sin. Yeah. You know, and then you got those Jakes out there, like for instance, you got Jake in the world randomly, right? It's not as common, but just despise the United States military, everything it represents. But then you have other people which commend it. Yeah, they're fighting for our freedom. You know, you can't take a kneecap and what's wrong with you? Like, you know, our people.
Yeah, America, go hard or go home.
Yeah, like we're Americans, we're Christians. Yep. This is a God-fearing country. You have that vibrate. Why?
Because you bought into the ideologies and the propaganda that they've been pushed since your birth, man.
Right.
You know, not understanding that it's based off of deceit, rape, robbery, and murder.
Right.
You know.
Right. And that's why our people despise the prophets, as just like in old time. Going back to Moses, they said we had the garlic, we had the fish. You know.
You trust in the shadow of Egypt, that Egypt is going to be able to protect you, keep you safe. That's what you put your investment into, your stock into. You got your 401ks. You're a stakeholder, man.
Yeah.
If America goes wrong, you're going to feel it. If America goes right, you know, you're going to feel it.
Con, can you look that up? The one where they talked about the garlic? I like to get that part, man. Because the meats, they trusted in all that. Like, what you going? But that's synonymous to what? The time that we're living in now. Right? Like what you just mentioned, all those different things. Right? It says that walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves. See, you didn't, all you had to do is come to Yahweh Bashmi on Shah. How do you have, but see, this is where it goes back to. Who do you have to, because you can't, see, majority of our Jakes in their mind, they're ordained on their own. Like, I felt the calling from God. It don't work that way. All right? That's why the Most High set up teachers. All right, he set up preachers. The scriptures tell you, right? How shall a man learn except what? He have a preacher, which is who? The prophet. The prophet is the one that's to direct you and tell you what you need to be doing to satisfy your power. But see, Esau, Edom, being the devil, what has he done? He has basically told you that you can reach a God level on your own. You see? Which that goes into Baal.
And then the Most High have given you over to your own lust anyway. Because you chosen to follow after your own desires.
Right.
So now Esau, Edom comes with the enticements. So it's all a recipe. You giving over into the hands of the Heavenly Father, regardless if you like it or not.
Right, and furthermore too, another point I would like to mention is that why Jake don't. So if that being said, you got to go to who? You got to go to the prophet. The book say you got to go to the pastor. You got to go to the preacher. Who is the proper preacher? Who are those preachers? And you ask Jake, your neighbors, whoever you work with, whoever the preachers, the church.
Yep, the church.
But then that leaves Jake in a confused mind because it's like, man, that's some bullshit the niggas be doing. They be doing this. You the top rapist on earth. Point blank, period. Right? Furthermore, that's that stigma. Oh, look at them niggas. They out there in dresses and cardboard boxes. Niggas need to get a job.
Yeah. Israelites?
Yeah. Well, that's not that bad no more. See, they don't do that no more. They don't do that no more. We're in a new age. We're in a new age. You know, Jake now is, oh, y'all Israelites. Oh, me too. Lined up, shaped up.
Dreads. Dread up.
Wiped up. All, you know, you just parading your woman in the street. You know, which is nothing wrong with that. But, when we were coming up in the truth, that was... Israel's more of a masculine thing.
Well, when the prophets came, when the prophets came on the scene, the people feared when the prophet came because they didn't know what the message the prophets was coming with.
Right.
But it wasn't good because the Lord would speak through the prophets. When there was a problem, you would see the prophets. The Lord would come with the message through the service, the prophets. That's our culture. That's our heritage. Now our people just walk past and just disregard the message.
Yeah.
And put it behind their back. And these words are deadly serious, man. We're in the time of the fulfillment of all of these words. Esau Edom knows. You see him cutting off the feeds, clipping pages. Why is he doing this? Because that spirit is evolving, man. All right, and Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to do what he said he's going to do, but Esau Edom, he's afraid, man. Because he knows for all the stuff he does, he got to pay a tab, man.
Okay.
I got numbers, if you want it.
Real quick, just to back you up. 1 Samuel 16:4. It says, and Samuel did that which the Lord spake and came to Bethlehem, and the elders of the town trembled at his coming.
See, they trembled at his coming, Yeah, it's in the history. The prophets did certain acts. The Heavenly Father set them up, and the people... they would be afraid. They would desire to know what's about to happen. Or why these things? Why did the prophet do this? Why did he say this?
Yeah, that goes back to the scriptures that we used to always bring out, which is basically, everything's full circle. Like for instance, what's that scripture? We used to always bring out, stay yourselves and cry ye out. They are drunk, but not with wine. They stagger not with strong drink. He said to tell the Holy One of Israel to cease from among us.
Yeah.
Who is that talking about? All right. That's essentially it's talking about our people. But see, a lot of times, Jake misconstrued things, man. Not for nothing. Jake misconstrues things, and then ultimately, I'll just say this. Ultimately, what it boils down to is that we understand more so now that that's talking about Israelites. A lot of the stuff that we go into, we apply it to Esau, but most of the stuff like Revelation 2, Revelation 3, that's not talking about Esau. That's talking about Jake. Yeah,
because Jake is wicked, man. An example of that is Ezekiel the 24th chapter, which says, "Woe to the bloody city." Right. We equate the bloody city would be in America.
Right.
The bloody city was you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, man. What you do in the land of Israel, man? That got you kicked out of Israel, man.
Yo.
They did some wicked, fucked up shit. We were people. Yeah. We did some wicked, fucked up shit for the Lord to spew us out of that land, man.
Yeah. And now the tables is turning. See, Esau, he thought because we got to get that Habakkuk. The bottle, you put the bottle to your brother's mouth. Matter of fact, Baba Kushar, I'm gonna find that. Get Obadiah. Start at verse 6. Nah. Start at verse 10.
10. Okay.
Yeah. What's 6?
How to think.
Yeah. Read 6 and then jump down because it's easy. Oh, it's easy. Look, because I never thought about the video being in a question format and us answering it because but it's good though. was watch, because the scripture is going to answer it for itself.
Obadiah 1 and 6, it says, how are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up?
Yeah, how is his hidden things sought up? Because that's what this devil relies on. He relies on secrecy. All right? Now, again, when you think of the reason of us bringing this out, the Spirit had us bring all this stuff out as far as Jake, because this is the way he's hiding himself. Mm-hmm. He's saying, you're the nigga with a Jew. You're the Goyle. Mm-hmm. Or the brother GMS Watchman, right? Yashalom, his name is. Yo, he brought out the video and showing you how Amalek bragged up. He said, look, the sports is for the Goyim. Mm-hmm. So that's how we able to conquer the rest of the world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's a distraction.
Yeah. And then they get to play the games too. Okay, he's a molester. He's not a molester.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's a drunkard. He's this, he's that. Mm-hmm. He can go over here. He can play. No. He's playing fair.
Yeah, it's the playground.
Yeah,
it's the playground for you. They're kids.
Yeah.
Kids, and they have a playground of you.
Yeah, like
niggas.
Yeah, like we used to have G.I. Joes back in the day. You act like it's a real person. Yeah. They really doing that with Jake.
Yeah.
It's a movie to them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you know.
And then they get off to the fact that they can kill you. They can create an event that scare you.
Yeah.
You know. They can play on your emotions.
Yeah.
You know, they can make you mad. They can make you sad when they want to make you. Yeah. They get off to that shit, man. All right.
Yeah. God.
And then you, in your ignorance and your low vibration, you don't know that they view you as the enemy. They don't give a fuck about you. They want to kill you.
But you're set to be a part of their foundations and their franchises.
Yeah, and you'll sign a contract, and then you'll come up against somebody that doesn't believe in what they're pushing.
Right. Yup. This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 15. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bottle to him. Right. And see, there was a meme, they were showing all these different Edomite celebrities that drove fast and they killed somebody on a DUI, and they pretty much got off. Like they get slaps on the wrist, probation.
Yeah.
This nigga looking at 40 joints, 40 years.
40 years. And then they drummed up the public opinion. Yeah, give him, he needs to do that.
Yeah, I bet you she was a white woman. Well, I don't know, but that's how it go though. That's how it go. Yeah. You kill one of them, because think about it. I learned this from you in all reality. You think about it, like everybody in the world to Esau, Edom is a commodity.
Yeah.
So if you kill a white woman, it's like, yo, this is a high piece.
Yeah.
Of my, I could have made a lot of money.
Yeah, especially if she was in the upper tax bracket.
Yeah.
You know,
she
why
can start
you
a
think
business. She's a minority.
Yeah. Somebody gotta pay that tab, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody's on the line for that debt.
Yeah. See, this is what it all goes into. They're trying to make us pay for the debt by taking their action. This is the whole thing. Esau chasing Jacob. He's trying to make Jacob pay the debt that he fucking made, essentially. You know, this is his debt. He gotta pay the tab. That's why this nigga's fucked up. That's why he's tripping. He's like, yo, whoa, we got you under the ropes. But that's what, again, the scripture says what? It says, woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink. You see? That putteth thy bottle to him and maketh him drunken also. Right? That thou mayest look on their nakedness. Meaning what? Then you're going to now you're looking, oh, look what he did. Look what he did.
Well, their top sorcerers and witches pray to the Lord and say, look at what your people doing. They're drug addicts. They're this, they're that.
That's a Amalekite tradition. That's what that's what Amalek does. That's when you think about the Spanish Inquisition. The Spanish Inquisition. Those are Edomites fleeing Jake. Jake was kicking them so-called Jews out. They was kicking out them Christians. They was like, get the fuck out of here. And then that's when they came over here to establish new land under the name of who? The kings that they got kicked out of. And that's when you get the first Brexit. So you've always been the person. Esau Edom has always been the person on the run. That's why it was a beautiful experience. When I went out to San Francisco was basically the end of the world. This is when you can see, this is where Esau, like, he could run no further. So he just this is it right here. That's what you can see what they did. Like, you know, it's like a playland in a sense when you look at San Francisco and the state of it and how it looks and how it's decorated. It's like, yo, Esau just went, he couldn't go no further. He said, yo, fuck it. I'm gonna build on sand. You know, that's what happened.
Oh yeah, well, you said
You know?
that. Hold on.
Yeah. See? He's built. He built on. He's built his house on sand. See, that's why you niggas. See. No, look. It is what it is. Like you deal with the archaeological aspect of it. You know, sand and dirt and that matter that's inside of a stone. It's inside of a rock. So you could make a sand pit look like something solid. You know, that's why you make concrete. You use sand. So sand can look solid. You know, but you got to be established upon the rock. You see? Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Malachi 1:3. It says, "And I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Yeah, his governments and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places."
Yeah. That's how we know who Esau Edom is.
Your Renaissance.
Yeah.
That's a dead giveaway.
Right.
It says, "Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down." And what the New World was about. Building your New World Order, establishing a utopia over here. You know, wickedness.
Yeah.
They shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness.
Yeah, which ultimately is talking about what? When America is destroyed, the thermonuclear destruction, and all the rest of the nations are going to be looking from afar off. All right, Revelation, the 18th chapter.
It says, "And the people against whom the Lord have indignation forever."
Yeah.
Righteous anger.
So, all right, okay. So the Most High, let's think about this. The Most High have indignation forever toward these people. Where is the monument? Because remember, the scriptures talk about places like this, like basically all right. When you line up Babylon the Great and you line up Esau, Edom, Jeremiah 50, Jeremiah 51, you know, plenty of elder brothers have done videos on this. You know, when you line it up and then you go to Revelation 18, right? Going into Babylon, right? And then all that lines up. When you look at the destruction of Esau, Edom, when you look at the destruction of Babylon, it all lines up. Right? So if the Most High has a perpetual hatred for these people, where's the monument? Because this Sodom and Gomorrah is going to be likened unto this place. Now, Sodom and Gomorrah, you can go there. We can physically point it out. See, this is what happened in Sodom and Gomorrah. Because when the Most High lays some shit down, you know about it. The world knows about it. So how is Esau gone and there's no monument? We can find Noah's Ark. Noah's Ark is out there on Mount Ararat. Mount Ararat, there's been over helicopter views and satellite descriptions and measurements. They said, yo, this is Noah's Ark on top of Mount Ararat out there in Turkey. Right? So you can find that. But you can't find where Esau got laid out. The only thing that you shouldn't be able to find is the Ark of the Covenant. And people are saying that they got that. Well, we can't find out where the hell Esau at. This is crazy.
Yeah, man.
This is crazy. This is madness. I refuse to believe this. You got to come with a strong case. You know? Y'all, I kind of wanted to get that scripture of Revelation. I got it. All right. Yup. It says, yup. Oh, let me read this. Revelation 18. And I'll start from the top. And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. Right. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and become the habitation of devils, and behold, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of fornication. Right? That's what he's going into. The wine of the wrath of a fornication. This is that woman. All right? And this is how, remember, because this is a mystery. Matter of fact, I think is that 17 or 18? Revelation 17. It's in big, bold letters. So this is the mystery. Yeah, here, I got it. This is Revelation 17 and 5. And upon her forehead was a name written, mystery. Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots, an abomination of the earth. This is in capital letters. And it's what the key word there is a mystery.
Yeah. It's an abomination of earth.
Yeah. So we don't, come on, man.
We live in an abomination of the earth, man.
Right.
To the Lord.
To the Lord. This is the worst place you could possibly live on earth.
Yeah. Filthiness.
Disgusting.
The Lord has a disdain.
Yeah.
You know, when he gets the report from the angel.
Oh, that goes into what? The perpetual hatred that he has for Esau, Edom. Because what? The scriptures call this place a Basra. All right? And what was Basra? It was a fortress in Edom. Okay? It wasn't just a chief city, it was a fortress. It was the fort. All right? Like your Jerichos of the world. You know? When you look up Jericho, that was a fort that got taken down. That wasn't just a city, that was a stronghold.
Yeah, it was built to be protected.
Right, just like America.
Those people that lived within that city had the pride. Oh, we built these city high walls. You know, they had a pump, you know, or we're protected, you know, because back then you wanted to have a city protected in case the enemy would try to come in, you know.
That's your satellites today. You know, your missile defense systems, your NASA, CIA. That's why they got the two new branches of government in right now.
Yep.
Why? To heighten up what? The military. You see? Now, in the spiritual too, I'll drop this one too. The word NASA. All right? In the Hebrew, the word NASA means miracle. Nasa. It means miracle. All right? You go look up the Ben Yehudi's Hebrew and English translation. Salakia. All right? It's in there. All right? Oh, along with Al-Shadia. Al-Shadia is in there too. How you have the understanding. They know terrible demon-like power. Ben Yehudi tell you that. You know, so look, Esau, see, that's one thing. I got to say this too. It's just on my spirit. And that's one thing about our elders and also too our elders before them. If you look at the man's mind back then, they were actually researching, man. See, and that's another thing. We talking about the searching out on Esau. It's about you gotta research this nigga. Not for nothing. If you talking about going to war, all right, which is the spiritual war, the scriptures say we wrestle not against flesh and blood, all right, but against principalities and spiritual wickedness in high places, right? So we searching. You gotta search that out. In order to search that out, in order to play in any form of warfare, your best advantage is intel. If you don't have the intel, you can't win the war. That's what wins wars, intel. That's why you got frontline soldiers, you got reconnaissance missions. Intel. Intel tells once you get that, ball game. You see?
Why you think Esau studied?
Yeah, why you think he's blocking everything? Because he doesn't want to lose the spiritual war. You see?
I got a quick one. This is Isaiah 13:11. It says, "And I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible."
Yeah, beautiful. You just called that. That's the spirit. Because you said lay low the haughtiness, right? That's what you was talking about, that pomp. We built these cities. When America crumbled, this shit going to deteriorate.
Yeah. The whole world going to see it.
Yeah, this is going. You know, you ever seen metal corrode? You know, you ever see like for instance copper pipes which they getting rid of? You see, matter of fact, that's what Statue of Liberty is made out of. The bitch is made out of copper. And what happened throughout all the time when it rained? She basically filled up with all that gunk, if you will. Which with copper you could clean that shit off. They probably, if you like put like the only way to clean that motherfucker off is heat. You know, pretty much. Now that's how you do solder. When you solder, anybody know about putting together copper? What do you gotta do to it? You gotta put heat to that motherfucker. You know, when you're soldering, you putting the metals back together. You can clean up copper. You know, but the only way this place is gonna get clean is through that. It has to be through what? That fire. Your Lady Liberty. That's that so-called Lady Liberty, which is Starbucks, the deities of this world, man. That's what it is. I hate to be that way, man. That's what it is, though, man. You know, that's what the Lord, you know, how He's got it set up. It's deity, all those deities and the conjuring up particular familiar spirits. Yep. You got our people all into that. See, and that's the other aspect of it. See, Jake is so lost that they're dabbling into the spiritual world to try to fight up against Esau. That's why I keep saying, you could tell these celebrities, these niggas ain't stupid. A lot of these niggas is Levi, you know? The nigga, remember the crazy nigga from that used, nah, I don't know about being crazy. I don't know the nigga like that, but Rick Ross's man with the light skinned nigga with the dreads.
Yeah.
Remember he came out, he said he beat the case.
I think he leave out.
Yeah, not all of them. Them niggas is
Yeah.
What's his name?
Gunplay.
Yeah, Gunplay.
Well, he changed his name because
yeah, you gotta lay low.
Yeah,
you gotta lay low. It's not put. You can't. Them niggas know how to play that spirit because all this shit, the judicial system, everything
It's all
how it's
tied
laid
in.
out is all tied into spiritual wickedness. And Jake know how to play that shit. But see, Jake, you gonna get the short end of the stick too. You see? You know, Salakia. Let me go back to Revelation 18, right? And it says what? For all nations have drunk of the wine of her wrath and of fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. Right?
Can you read that one more time?
Con. Yeah, it says, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with. I'll start from the top. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her.
Yeah, because you tie your economies in with this bitch. I mean, this whore. I mean, a whore. Yeah. You know, you do economic deals, all types of stuff like that. That's how you become rich.
Yeah.
America's consuming nation. So all them imports, they're coming from all of these countries that have laid down with the whore.
Yeah. And they're being held back right now. And you got a lot of tension between China and America right now.
Yep.
China told some country, don't deal with U.S. no more. I can't think of who it was. It was, but they people trying to get away from America.
Yeah.
But there's a reason why. There's a reason why that people are trying to get away from America. Why? Because the plan is to get rid of this bitch. There's gonna be World War III. It's inevitable. There's gonna be martial law. It's inevitable. This is why these other nations are telling other people, look, it's like when that's why, look, anytime you want to lay something down, you put out a hit, you let everybody know what's about to be the situation. Because there's higher ups. There's a commission amongst that. The elites is telling these people how to move one way, shape, or another. So they tell them, look. So when the orders come from the boss up top, then you let them know, like, look, don't deal with them. Why? Because you plan on hitting them. That's what, not just because you just want to cut off. Don't deal with them no more, okay? All right, just don't deal with them. You can't do business with them no more. The reason why is because, look, if you realize you getting down with them too, you're gonna lay you down too.
Well, certain signs you have when countries start leaving, they're what do you call it, expatriates or whatever, start leaving the country. Embassies start getting shut down and stuff like that. That's when you know a war is imminent.
Yeah, and then I seen an article too. Iran is something. That powder keg, that shit is trickling. That brothers been talking about that same powder keg, but the only thing is that powder that trickles to the keg is just taking a little longer than what we thinking. You know what I'm saying? That's it. But the longer it takes it, the bigger the
explosion. Yeah.
So Esau, you better step on the gas.
Yeah.
Just get it over with.
Yeah.
Get it over with. Get it over with. Like, that's it. Just suck it up. Like, man up for the first time in your fucking life. Just get it over with. Esau, man. Fuck Esau. But yeah, it's cool, man. We went into that. I did want to go into what was it? Therefore, a plays coming one day. Nah, what was the other one? Not to live deliciously.
Oh, we ain't even finished reading Obadiah.
Yeah. Go back to Fuck it. Let's go back to Obadiah. Yeah, let's go back there and bring it down.
All right.
Yeah, cause that's going to set it off. Cause what happens? Everything's getting tied into Jacob and Esau. You got it, huh?
Yeah, this is Obadiah 1:7. It says, "All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee."
Right, that go right into it.
Yep.
That go right into it. The men that have peace with thee have deceived thee. See, go ahead.
"And prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him."
Yeah, they lay the bread. That's why? Because
China, for example, they bought up a lot of your debt. So they basically
you're in debt to China.
Yep.
You're in debt to China, but they're not. Fuck China. You know, point blank.
Yeah, they
No, Slovakia, but fuck China. You know, no real talk. No, they're no reality. They're in debt to us. See, that's why they keep dabbling this what you call it, reparations, man. You know, the reparations is not really going through. You think, hypothetically speaking, China was to get involved with like say for instance, China was the new economy coming up. You think they gonna get Jake reparation?
Nah.
That's what I'm saying. So when we gonna get ours? That's what I'm saying. So China up next. What says how? How?
Why do the heathen
Rage. The people imagine the vain thing. That makes no sense. Makes no sense. We just gonna get stepped over, fucked up, heritage taken, and another somebody else is come up in here and rule? Nah. The Most High gonna intervene in all of that. And this is what this devil is afraid of.
Well, the scriptures say that Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning that follows. So it don't say Moab.
Yeah. right. Moab is not in there.
Yeah.
You know? Moab is my wash pot. You know? Go ahead.
Yeah, it says, and real quick, it says, and prevailed against thee, they that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. Yeah, it says, there is none understanding in him. Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understanding out of the mount of Esau?
Right. That's going to happen through that world war, the Third World War, ultimately. Because his might is through that sword. See, the wise men of Teman, that's the atom bomb. You know, what was the dude's name, man? Oh, man. Pale, of course, he's a pale Edomite, of course. You know, he had the dude that created the atom bomb. They always show him, man, sadistic looking Edomite, man. I can't, whatever, but he's a German, man. Them dudes is Germans. The Germans, man. That's who started, who created the atom bomb. They was Germans, which the atom bomb was a low form of ICBM. It just couldn't, there was no silos to shoot it. They had to hover over with the airplanes to drop those. So by the time the bomb would come down and land, they out of there and don't feel the effect. But that's a smaller, nobody has ever done that before. And still nobody has ever done it again. You see? But you know it's crazy. See, yo,
they
not
still
for
mad
nothing.
about it.
I'm just say this. I'm gonna just say this. Trump did drop Moab. Like that's crazy. Why out of all bombs, that like kind of shut shit down. It's called Moab. See?
Yeah, that's one of the biggest
bombs. Yeah, that was one of the biggest bombs since the atom bomb was called Moab. These devils, man, you crazy. These devils don't know what they doing. Got it, out Slovakia.
It said, and thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter.
Right, by slaughter. See, that's what I said. It got to be that destruction. Basra. Yahushua coming back. Matt, and the wine press. That ceremony has to happen for Esau to go down.
Yeah. Blood up to the horse's girdle.
Yeah. It got to get nasty. It got to get nasty. That's what this whole big ball and effect and big role we about to get into.
Yeah, the people in government, they got to be afraid.
Oh,
yeah.
My bad.
Violence against our brother. Jacob shame show.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll pay it off.
Barak was sharp. Because, just to finish that off and then we dip off.
Yeah, it says, this is Obadiah 1 and 10. It says, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee.
Right.
And thou shalt be cut off forever.
Right. Right. What verse was that?
10, verse 10.
Keep going.
It says, in the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces.
Right.
And foreigners entered into his gates.
Right. And you know what's crazy? Because Esau liked to do his thing in the winter. And I was thinking about this before. He liked to do his thing in the winter. And then you got, what's this whole thing about to go down? Everything is manifesting what it's going to be. It's going to be a dark winter and everything. But, Esau about to really make a move. I don't know if you realize, I'm quite sure you did, brothers be hit to shit, where, there's a lot of Christmas shit early. They skipping Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
They ain't never pushed Christmas this early.
Yeah.
I've been in marketing, bro. They don't push Christmas this early.
Yeah, and they pushed the mandate for the thing back to January.
What's that?
The man, because a lot of companies have to have their employees get mandated.
Oh, okay,
So they pushed it back to January.
So
It was originally in December.
retail will flourish for another season.
Yeah, to
So
get
make an
money out of the
exemption.
people.
It's an exemption for retail sales. That's what it is. So the retail, because these big business, they know they about to go out. So this is the time. This is the time. Last time to get your money up. Get your money up. So because all these bigger businesses know what's about to happen. They got the inside scoop. So everything is going to shrink down. So what are they doing? They pushing it out more so. You can get your money out because that's what happened in all reality. But it could be a crash too. Who knows?
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping.
We're in a time where anything can happen, man.
Yeah,
Anything can
that'll
happen.
be a real because that will put a lot of businesses in debt. Because especially if you banking on a big blowout sale, then you're gonna put a lot of money into that so it can come back to you when that sale occurs. But if you tell everybody it's gonna be a blowout sale and then like boom, don't do it. Now we gonna crash the market. Now, you ain't getting your money back for your product, if you will. And then that'll crash everything. That's what something like that affect because we're looking for things like that to happen. I mean, like it is what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah,
you know?
order at chaos, man. Order out of chaos, man. Chaos will be created, man.
Yeah.
To establish this order that's coming, you know.
Right.
Let me read some more.
Yeah, a little more.
Okay. It says, verse 12, it says, but thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother in the day that he became a stranger, neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction, neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress.
Yeah.
They spoke proudly against us. You know?
Yeah, in the day of distress. You know, and that's the time we about to go into. You know? Yeah.
Thou shouldest not have entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity. Yea, thou shouldest not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity. Neither shouldest thou have stood in the crossway to cut off those of his that did escape.
Yo, but see, that's what I'm saying. The winner, we always had Esther and the Maccabees. So like the Most High know how to do his thing. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like that's another aspect. That's because all these things are reverting back to things that actually happened. We throughout time we can always revert back to things that always happen because there's no new thing under the sun. You know, there's a certain time when Esau likes to do his thing.
Yeah.
You know, and we're really about to come into that time.
He's dirty, man.
Yeah.
He's really dirty. He gets dirty, man.
Yo, a lot of places don't really see how fast this place is really moving. I'm gonna just be honest. Because if you live like in I see it. I see like not for nothing, like I check out like the way I say, for instance, in Maryland and shit like that. Like we still using cash and shit. Like certain places is still moving like a float as far as, you know what I'm saying? Like there's other places, like for instance, you go up, they're not using cash like that. No, but like there's all different ways. I didn't know you could use your card and use the back of it and tap it and go. I didn't even know that shit, but that's common up there because it's so, don't touch it. There's a lot of restrictions in certain places where it's not so restricted at. So there's a big build up to this thing, man. When
you do it in pockets. And
It's gonna be a sledgehammer coming.
Yeah, that's what the census and all of that stuff is for. How they gonna move with the population?
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
These devils, man, they
Come.
Oh, the wiles of the devil, man.
Yeah. Come.
It says 15, it says, for the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. Yeah. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been.
Right.
It remind me of Psalm 75, drinking the cup.
Right.
You know?
Now these devils, they might try to get away with all that as that he have not been. That don't mean that there ain't gonna be no trace of you. You know, that means what? Your inheritance is going to get lost.
Yeah.
You're not going to have a burial site.
Yeah, what you have now is going to be nothing to be remembered.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're going to be so low that people are not going to remember you.
Yeah.
For what the cities you had, New York, the major metropolises that you built, the civilizations that you built.
Yeah, your downfall really doesn't come in the kingdom. You already shut out of luck. Your downfall comes after you, when you're getting destroyed. See, that's what all it boils down to. See, and everybody's gonna remember America, but when we get rid of you, it's like gonna be you were part of the dust.
Oh yeah, we gonna,
Yeah, you're just gonna be a part of the dust, man.
keep on reading.
Con.
Yeah, it says 17. It says, "But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob
Right,
shall
and
possess their possessions."
Salaki, there's no holiness right now in Zion. I'm talking about the physical place. There's no holiness there.
Nah.
You know? So in that time frame, that would have to be happening at the same time that Esau, Edom is going down. You got to put both settings together. This is another reason I wanted you to keep going into it, because it's telling you how Esau is searched out, because simultaneously someone else is on the uprise. So who was on the uprise when Esau went down? You see? So it ain't the Jews, because it ain't the people over there, because they said Zion will be rejoicing. Like there will be, you know?
Yeah. It talks about how Zion's going to be built up.
Right.
With emeralds and gold.
Right.
You know, what do you're hoarding your gold.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
It should be the Israel, that land of Israel. First of all, it's not even the borders are not what they're supposed to be.
Yeah. Yep.
The borders of Israel gonna go to the Euphrates River, man.
Right. All the way down to the Nile.
Yep. Down to the Nile. Yep. And as far as Lebanon or something like that. Up there, and that's gonna be the land of Israel, the portions of the lot of the Lord's tribes' inheritances.
Right.
You know. And then you're gonna have other areas where, you know, we're gonna camp out and we're gonna get the natural resources and have the indigenous heathen of that land work the land. You know, and
they're gonna live good. They're gonna eat fresh food. They're gonna drink good water.
Yep.
They got good irrigation systems.
Yeah, you're not gonna have to worry about climate change and nothing like that.
No.
The climate change come in the form of those nuclear missiles.
Yeah.
Because what the nuclear missiles are gonna do is that's gonna cleanse the earth, man. All the chemtrails and all the pollutants. All right, that's gonna be taken away, man. The Most High is gonna have the earth cleanse itself, man. You know.
Come. Yeah. Yep.
It says, verse 18. It says, "And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not."
All the tribes have to be identified. Esau's gone. Where's the tribes? Who's the tribes? You ask them so-called Jews who the tribes is, they can't tell you. Why is that? But during the time, Amalekite, think about this. An Amalekite rabbi, whatever, came out and said that Esau's gone. He's a rabbi. He said it, not us. I didn't say it. You know, I'm just telling you what the man said. Take it up with him. He said it, but when the scriptures tell you when Esau's gone, there's gonna be other things happening or happen if that happened.
Yeah, the scripture said that the earth shall rejoice when and Esau shall be desolate.
Right.
You know,
Yeah, the earth is gonna rejoice.
Yeah, that's Ezekiel.
If Esau's desolate, the earth should be the earth should be jumping for joy right now.
Yeah.
It should be happiness on earth. Right? There's no happiness on earth right now.
Nah, when the righteous are in authority.
That means so Esau gotta be somewhere.
Yeah, Proverbs.
No, you said it.
You know, the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the
Wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
So people complaining about the prices in grocery stores, man. You know, people complaining about gas prices. People are complaining about the changing of the society in the wrong direction. People can't even have no say on how their children are being taught. So people are in mourning, man. All right, even the Edomites are in mourning because you have a certain class of Edomites with an ideology, a way of thinking, all right, that are imposing it on other Edomites, and they don't like that.
Yo,
So,
there's no way that Esau's gone.
yeah, man, Esau is here.
Yeah, he's a rat. Like, you know, like all right, you know, Jake lived in certain places. You know, even the mayor, even in the mayor's mansion is rats. Right, in New York City.
Even though the mayor's mansion is rats.
Yeah, that shit it's an epidemic, man. Like, so nevertheless, right? You know, if like you had a rodent in your house, like if something like a piece of cheese was bitten, like, yo, how this happen? But you somebody in the house, nah, we ain't got no rodents. You got no rodents. And then what happens all of a sudden? Here come more of them niggas. And then all of a sudden your shit just fucked up. Why? Because of that one little evidence you didn't take advantage of, it's just like, yo, what the fuck? Like it's just chaos now. It's fucking chaos. That's why they called you Malachites rats. The fucking the Germans call you rats. That's the Germans came up with that. We didn't come up with that. But what the fuck? You know?
Yeah.
Like the Gooks. Elder Desire was bringing that out. Or Elder Taz, either one of them was bringing it out. They was talking about like all these derogatory names that the world has. Like Esau did that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like sand niggas.
Yeah. Because when you go to war with your enemy, you have to dehumanize them, and you have to justify, and you got to make it justified that they're okay to kill.
Right.
So you dehumanize them.
Yeah, and Esau has done that to every nation on earth.
And that's why it's a campaign to make the so-called Judite men, in particular, demonize him. So when you come in with your agenda, it'll be okay for you to slaughter.
But the thing about what Esau would do, he would do that and say that he's you. That's what Esau does. He said he was the Egyptians. He said he was the Persians and the Medes. Esau's every fucking body. He's the fucking Zulu nation, you ask him. You know? So that's what this is his what's the fuck is Salakia, brother? What's that movie, man? With this nigga was in it, man. Get Out.
Oh, there's a movie, Get Out?
No, yeah. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know, they basically, it's like, that's Esau's way, because in order for him to say that he is that guy, that he's the Jews, that he has to get rid of the real Jews. That's his agenda. Is to take away that nationality and say that it's him, so the world can bow to him. That's why it's going to get even more juicier as far as what goes on over there in Iran and in Israel. When that showdown goes down, because I believe, I'm going to be honest, I think the Most High going to allow Amalek to win at first. It's going to make it look like Amalek they got the victory, because that's the deception of the whole world. Again, what we're going into.
Well, they can frame it that way on your news, MSNBC.
That's a fact.
And
That's a fact.
CNN and your regular news channels.
That's a fact.
You know, but Edom is pushing the agenda, so it's hard to get the majority of people to accept that reality, because it's not going to make sense when you got American soldiers, they go over there, but their parents over here don't hear from them. You know what I'm saying? So then that's how they cover that shit up.
Yeah. That's how Esau roll. Esau, he's twisting fucking turns. You know? That's how, through the spirit, the topic keep coming back, as far as like, how the things that Esau searched out, and it shows. Look, the prophets have the understanding who Esau is, and that's what it all boils down to. Outside of that, this world is gone, man. The world is gone, man.
Yeah, it is.
There's some other stuff we could have brought out, the spirit have it to where, Lord's will, bring it out tomorrow,
Lord's will.
to go out in the highways and hedges, and just, or whatever, spirit may jump on a brother, do a video later on, whatever, in between time. So, but hey, we'll close on that, hey, call Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakodash. Hey, shalom.